Welcome to a 24 minutes practice with Mika. We're going to practice heart opening, and it's a quite slow practice. So come into a comfortable seated position, and once you feel ready and you found a comfortable way to sit for a moment, close the eyes. Just taking a few more seconds to arrive on the mat, to arrive in our bodies, and to find our breath. It's recommended to breathe in and out through your nose and to have deep breathing. Deep breathing means you try to breathe into the belly. So when you inhale, the belly rises. And once you exhale, the belly gently draws back. Just one more time. Full breath in and full breath out. Bringing the hands to the side, we're going to start with warming up our head, neck and shoulders. So you're just tilting the head to the right side to feel a stretch happening on the left. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can put your right hand on top of the left ear, not pushing or pulling too much, just a gentle way to warm up the area. Make sure you have a continuously breathing. You can also slightly look down to deepen the stretch in the back. And then bring the head back into center. And slowly tilt the head over to the other side. Same as on the other side, bring your left hand now on top of the right ear. And then slightly looking down to feel the stretch happening on the back of the neck. If this area is sensitive, you might feel this up into your shoulder. And then slowly bring yourself back into center. Having a few shoulder circles. So draw the shoulders up and down. And then you can change the direction of the circle. Lifting the shoulders up to the ears and bringing them down. Bringing some mobility in our shoulder joint. And then bringing the hands over your head. Stretching the arms up so that you feel your spine is long. And check if you can relax the neck and looking to the right, looking to the left. And just really take your time here. We have a tricep stretch now, so bringing the right hand closer to the left shoulder blade and you can grab from above. If it's in your practice, you can also interlace the hands in the back and trying to grab the other hand. If not, let's start super easy. Just warming up now. And then slowly release, and we're going to do the other side. So your left hand goes over to the right shoulder blade, having the tricep stretch for the left side now. Now don't worry if you do the other side. Just making sure we do both to the end. And slowly release, another few circles. Left to right, right to left, whatever feels right for you in this moment. And then we're going to release the pillow out if you sit on a pillow to begin with. And opening up the front of the body. So bring your hands to the back, fingertips pointing forward, and then elevate your hips and elevate the heart up. Keep on going, breathing. You can tilt the head back, as I do right now. Then if it doesn't feel good for the neck, or for the throat, then just look forward to the horizon. It's perfectly fine. Slowly bring the hips back down. We're going to go into our boat pose. So raise the legs up. If your lower back is complaining here anyhow, then bring the forearms or bring the elbows down onto the ground. If not, hold the boat for just one more moment. And then we're going to repeat our hip lift. So if possible, if you remember, the other foot comes to the front, the other one is closer to the pubic bone, and we're going to lift our hip and the heart one more time up. As you can see, we're holding the positions a little bit longer. It's a deep practice. It's slow, but not super easy. One more time, up into Navasana, boat pose. Making sure you're still breathing. Now, the higher and the more straight your legs are, the more challenging this posture gets. And then we already get out of the posture. So we're going to extend our legs for the next posture. The next one will be a half hero pose. If your knees are a bit sensitive, please be careful with this one. Don't force it too much. We start with bending the right knee and having the right foot very close to the bum, not sitting on the right foot. The left leg stays extended and the hands walking back. And as you can see, it is a heart opening. So this is the entrance. We want to first be on our hands. That might be enough for today. And if you want to go a little bit lower, you can go down onto your elbows. Feeling more stretch in the quadriceps now. And for some people it might be very natural to go down all the way. I really love this posture, even though my right knee is quite sensitive and it is a little bit lifted from the ground. If that happens to you, don't worry. As long as you don't feel any sharp pain, you can still enjoy this practice. So wherever you are now, maybe on your hands, on the elbows, or all the way down, make sure you have the deep breathing still going on. Slowly pushing yourself back up. And then take a moment to release the posture, having both legs straight, give it a bit of a wriggle. And the left side. So bend the left knee, making sure not to sit on top of the foot. Bringing the hands down, and same as on the other side, we're going to enter the posture very slowly. And once we feel ready, the physical body gives us the allowance. We follow, and we go down onto the elbows. If there's no injury, no major injury, try to make always the same adjustments as you do on the other side. So lowering down all the way, you can grab the opposite elbow. Breathing in and out through the nose, deep down into the belly. Another deep breath. And then preparing yourself to raise up all the way, bringing the hands down to the ground, helping yourself up. Coming into a cross-legged seated position. We have a seated cat-cow now, so we're going to bring a bit mobility into our spine. When you exhale, you're going to round the spine, and when you inhale, you lift the heart up. Exhale to round, and inhale, you're moving yourself forward. Very nice if you have any stress-related issues in your back. Transition to all fours, so bring your hands right under the shoulders. The knees are hip-width distance. For sensitive knees, you can tuck the toes under. Inhale for cow pose and exhale for cat pose. Then inhale, you're making an arch in the back, and exhale, round the spine, round the whole back. Inhale up, And then one last time, exhale to round the spine. Sitting back onto our heels. This is a wide-legged child's pose. So your knees are as wide as the mat. And then try to sink down as low as you can. Maybe the forehead is on the ground. Maybe your forehead is on a pillow. Whatever is possible for your body. We're going to make this balasana posture more active. So move the fingertips a little bit further forward, the elbows lifting, and then we're going to walk the hands all the way to the right side until your right hand is almost in line with your feet and the back. And then lift the hips and lift the heart up. It's a very wonderful preparation for our camel pose. And then slowly, as you would wipe over the floor, the arms over the front to the other side, having the left hand down and raising the right arm up. You're always pushing the hips forward, that you feel a stretch is happening in the front. It's a wonderful back bend flow. Slowly lifting up all the way to the right. Exhale over the front. With an inhale, raise up again to the left. Bringing the hips back down, arms over the front to the right side. And then one last time, finishing on our left side. Wonderful job. Bring the hips back down onto the heels. Set your hands down to the ground. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under and lift your hips up. Any movement you need right now. Walking the dog. So that means bending one knee by the time. Shaking your head, yes, no, maybe. We're going to enter a three-legged dog from here. Raising your right leg up. The right leg is up as high as possible, and we're going to push our left heel down into the earth. Stepping over, if that is in your practice, for a wild thing posture. This is just an option. You can stay in your three-legged dog or follow me into wild thing. Bringing the right foot forward in between the hands and lowering the left knee down for a low lunge. Again, we open up the front and taking a bind. So interlace your hands in the back and then sink a bit lower into the hips so that you feel your left hip flexor gets a wonderful stretch. You can look straight forward or up to the ceiling, up to the sky. And then slowly release the hands, frame the right foot and make yourself your way back into downward facing dog. Any movement again, or you're ready for stillness. And everything we do on one side, we do on the other. The left leg comes up high now. The three-legged dog. Press the right heel down into the mat. Option for this wild thing posture, or stay in the three-legged dog. Beautiful back bend sequence. As I said in the beginning, it's very deep, but also slow. So if you're more a beginner, see if that feels good. If not, take the easier way. For the low lunge, the left foot is in the front, the right knee goes down. We open up the heart again, and then going deep down into the hips. Right hip flexor gets a wonderful stretch. Lift the heart up a little bit higher. Keep on going, breathing. And from this posture, we just go back onto all four position. So bring your left knee next to your right knee again. And we're going to continue our cat-cow mobilization after those back bending postures. There's a little bit more to come. And just feel how the back of the body feels right now. One more time with an inhale, raise the heart up, and exhale, release, sitting back onto the heels. Our next posture, and definitely the most advanced of this sequence, will be Ustrasana, camel pose. If you have yoga blocks, you can prepare for this posture with yoga blocks. If you don't have, don't worry, we're gonna go very slowly, step by step. We're starting with the beginner one, so come onto your knees and tuck the toes under, bringing the hands into the lower back so that your fingertips are pointing upward. It's an outward rotation for the shoulder, so the heart is lifted and we're gonna lean back. Don't give up now with your hips, so your hips and your knees are staying in one line. I'm adjusting now to show how it works with blocks. So if you feel you can go a little bit lower, you can bring your hands on top of blocks or also down onto the heels. Yeah, I'm removing my blocks now and grab for my heels. This is a more advanced variation, but more important that we're gonna come from our heart. A deep back bend, Ustrasana, camel pose. One hand by the other, we release, bringing this back into the lower back, and just sitting back onto the heels. Have a moment. We have Ustrasana 2 times today. So just relaxing for a moment. This posture is quite challenging, at least for me. And then you're going to get ready for the second one, or maybe just skip the second one if you feel it's enough. I will keep my feet flat in this posture, so advanced variation, but you can also tuck the toes under, grabbing for your heels and entering this beautiful back bend. Whenever it doesn't feel good for your neck, don't tilt your head back. You can just look up to the sky or to the horizon. Once you feel ready, you have enough from this posture, bring one hand by the other back to the lower back to support the lower back. And a wonderful release. After this one is child's pose. Option to open the knees or to keep the knees together. I prefer to have my knees together. This gives me freedom in my lower back and a nice stretch for the back and the spine. Finding your breath again. And then coming out of Balasana pose, move the hands a bit closer in, come to seated. So bringing the legs to the front. One more core engagement needed to go down to the ground, so keep your feet on the ground, bring the arms forward. And engage the core, slowly roll yourself down to the ground. Go slowly, but keep on going, breathing. And then go all the way. Nice. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice massage with just rolling from one side to the other. And to neutralize, to counterbalance our back bending, we have a bit of twists now. So a little hop to the right with your hips, and then let the legs fall over to the left side. And you can bring your head over to the right, looking into the opposite direction. Breathing in through the nose, and maybe it feels very nice now to release and to exhale out through your mouth. It helps our nervous system to calm down, to relax. And we have the other side, return to center, a little hop with your hips to the left, and the legs go over to the right side. Looking into the opposite direction, head goes to the left. Gently slowing down and preparing ourselves for the final relaxation. So releasing the twist and bringing the legs back into center. Having then both feet on the ground. See if you'd like to have any pillows or wherever you practice, if it's cold there, maybe a blanket or adjusting clothes, last final wriggle, anything you need right now. Let the feet just gently fall to one side and to the other, and then right to the right, left to the left, relaxing your legs, relaxing your hips. The arms are by the side of the body, and if your palms are facing up, we're going to receive new energy. Let your shoulders rest. Face is completely soft. The jaw is relaxed. Your eyes are resting. A few more moments in silence. Start to take a few deeper breaths again. Becoming aware again. Starting to move fingers and toes. Maybe stretching out the body one last time. Or just simply hug the knees into the chest and roll over to one side. Taking a moment here. If possible for you, just keep your eyes closed. And making your way up into a seated position again. Try to sit upright but comfortable at the same time. To finish this session, bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra. Anjali Mudra is like a prayer position, bringing the hands in front of the heart. A few moments of gratitude, thanking yourself for this practice, giving a smile to yourself. Then I hope to see you again one day. Wishing you a wonderful day. Namaste.